Hi guys, back again with another video. It's Dr. Jekyll and Mr Hyde junk journal. In a different room setting just because my kids are downstairs and it's quite noisy, so I thought I'd come to my bedroom and do the video. Before I start this journal, I did it completely different to all my other journals. If you see the cover, I actually recycled from a really old vintage like a file folder, but it looked like a bag that you go shopping with, and it opens up like a paper bag, but it's a folder, and this was the end of it, and the rest of it was like a bag. And then I've had it for ages, and I just thought I need to do something with it. I want to do something a bit different. I knew what I wanted to do, and I wanted it to be grungy and dirty looking. So this is the idea that I came up with, and obviously on the ends of the file folder had like holes in. So obviously I took up the opportunity to put some eyelets in and use it as like a fastener. So I used the file folder, and then I've used an old like book from the charity shop. Once I open it up, you'll see what I've done with it. So I just want it to look grungier, because this is kind of a book that Dr. Jekyll would use in his studies and things like that. So if you can see, I've got some sorry silk, and then I've dyed it with some Tim Holtz inks just to give it a bit more of a browny colour, and then I've used some red to give it like a blood effect, if you will. So when, you know, Dr. Jekyll is seen to his patients, or, you know, attending operations and things like that, this is a book that he would go to write his findings and things like that. So I'll just put the camera down because I have broken my stand. So I'll open it up and the book is behind the file folder, and then all the way through I've added some like fabric, and you can tell I've grunged it all up on the front and back side. It's just completely grunged. I just want it to look dirty and things like that. So this journal is kind of like a naked journal. It's just filled with pages upon pages. It's mostly for writing in, but obviously there is added ephemera, original ephemera. Some of the pages are actually real vintage writing paper, ledger paper and things like that. Just want to do something a little bit different. Excuse me. I need something to prop the journal up with. What do I have? So I didn't think about this. Just use that. That's it better. So in this journal I have used some original ephemera. So we'll start off, we've got like this pocket thingy what I made, and I used an old, I think it was like an old brass band file folder. So I've used that and made it into pockets, and up here we've got like a key, the key to his room where he does all his studying, and that's like a little flap thing. And then we have some real ephemera, which is like a ticket, like a bus ticket or a train ticket. And then this is some real original ephemera. I think it's like an advertisement for matches, so that's that. And then inside this, what I made, this is a real cabinet card, and I've left it in its original state. It is really messy and it is actually broke, and the image of this man just falls out. So if you can see in the light, it is the original cabinet card. So I saw that picture and just thought, that's Dr. Jekyll, and it just goes back in there. I wanted to leave it grungy and broke as it was, because this journal is all grunged up and looking dirty and tatty, hence why I've left that as it is. So that just goes in there with the bits of ephemera, and then we have this large image of the brain, so I've just added that in, and obviously perfect for journaling on because they've all been tea-dyed. And then we have some more like ephemera, and this is like little miniature journaling book. Laboratory, that's what I was trying to say. The key is for to get into his laboratory. So that goes like that. And then we've got an image here which I got with a kit, half of Jekyll and half of Hyde. And then underneath we've got original ledger paper, and it has like really old writing from 1939. Then I've added some trim, and again I've grunged it up, and then I've added like bits of red just to give it like a blood effect. Just some more bits of ephemera. Oh, I love that noise. And again, some bits of ephemera, and on the back side as well, which is the part of the body. And I've added some fingerprints in because obviously Dr. Jekyll has dirty fingers when he's looking through his journal. Vintage ledger. This is vintage paper. Then we've just got an image of a skull. This is vintage. I got 4 packs of these. They're all different colours and they're from the 70s. And these are what used to go over lights to create like a colour. It's just like tracing paper. Lots of yummy pages to journal on. Some more fingerprints. And then we've just got a little tuck pocket here, and it has, oh, it's stuck, some journaling cards. There we go. And this bottle is stuck. I'll pull that out when I finish the video. And this is an envelope, little envelope. More of that vintage paper, more of the vintage ledger, another envelope, and some ephemera. This is vintage paper. Oh. That's the first signature. This is the second. Again, more trim, which I've used inks and red dyes to create an effect. This is vintage card, vintage paper. And then we have an original, don't know what it is. That's an original, it's not photocopied. And then there's one here which is original, not photocopied. And then just some bits of ephemera there. It has 184 pages. Vintage ledger. This is a vintage ledger as well. More vintage ledger. and then this just wraps around the page. Lots of yummy pages, and then this is just been folded up. It's got an image of the heart, I think it is, and it's wrapped on the next page. More vintage ledger, fingerprints. This is another envelope, and then just some more journaling cards, and then that wraps around the, no it doesn't. This is a third signature, vintage ledger. This is part of the thing that I was telling you about that changes the colours of the lights. The photograph and a cutting out of the newspaper. Vintage ledger, more vintage lined paper. More vintage paper, and then again just some more ephemera. Oops. More journaling cards. These can be put around the journal so you can create your own feel to the journal, and then that's the end. And then right at the back I've added a clipboard, and on the clipboard we have hospital, medical college, different professors and things like that. And then this is part of the vintage music folio, and I've just added tea dyed paper in there, what was left over from doing this journal, and then an image of an eye, and on the back my journal done. So this journal is basically like a journal for someone who wants to, you know, create their own like Jekyll and Hyde theme going on. And included with this journal is a bag of goodies. It's filled with lots of ephemera, so when you receive this you'll receive this bag of goodies, and you can, you know, all the a lot of the pages are all, you know, they're empty, so you could take all the journaling cards out and create your own Jekyll and Hyde journal. So that is the end of the video, and thank you for watching. This will now be up for sale. I will add my Facebook page below in the link. If you click on the link it'll take you to my Facebook page. So yeah, so thank you for watching, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Bye.